Rockies EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
First down, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To throw, Brissett. And it's complete to Martin. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. It's third and long for Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah,
down
that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 23 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On 3rd down, Tyson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Brissett. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after 1. Throwing, Brissett. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brissett. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They'll look to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he comes back with one complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. A first down throw for Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To try again after the sack. Brissett, Raekwon McMillan. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Third down, here's Geis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw here. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that...
He's got it at the 15. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll throw again. Brissett feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They come up here with another shot from the 6. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On first down, Tyson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. They'll keep it on the ground. Tyson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, not able to believe their good fortune probably. First and goal at the 2. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On third down, Tyson. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Brissett on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first and 10, Brissett. This complete to Martin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. A pass there complete to Sutton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Brissett going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll go again with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
65, 65.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
47 is the mic.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes it...
And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Tyson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now, what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett now. This one caught by Ridley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Brissett now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. To throw is Brissett. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's Brissett. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So, a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did, but they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in